Hey, I'm the Guitar Ninja and welcome to another daily guitar challenge video. This one is part 1 of 2. We are going to work up the arpeggios of the D major key. Yeah, that might sound a bit mad right now, but we'll break this down. So let's throw some tab up. We've got a major arpeggio and a minor arpeggio shape that we're going to try in 2 places today. Tomorrow we're going to have a major, a minor and a diminished, so there'll be a new arpeggio to run through. So first of all, let's just get used to what these arpeggio shapes are. We're going to throw some tab up on the screen. You can look at the fret numbers, but ideally we want to think about the shape. Are we going back 1 fret or 2 frets as we change string? Now, these are some fairly easy arpeggios. We're not holding a chord and picking. We are going to play 1 note per string and move our hands around, but we're going to play just 1 note per string apart from the high E to turn around. So, this first one we're going to do is our D major arpeggio. For this, we're going to put our little finger on the 5th fret of the 5th string. We're always going to start with our little finger for this exercise, and always on the 5th string. We're going to do 1 note per string, and come back up to the 2nd string to give us 8 notes, so we've got 8th notes, or 8 notes per bar, however you want to look at this. So, let's go through this first exercise. So starting on the 5th string and going down 1 note, 1 string at a time, we've got 5, 4, 2, 3, 2, then an extra 5 on the high E, back to the 2 on the high E, and then back to the 3 on the 2nd string. And that gives us our 8 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that is our first arpeggio shape. That is a major arpeggio shape. Now, that shape, if we ignore fret numbers again and just think back 2, back 1, back up 1, yeah, you know what I mean? If we do that anywhere, that same shape, that is a major arpeggio shape. So I could come up here, or down here. So this shape is really worth grinding in. For this exercise and the next exercise, we have 4 major arpeggios over the 2 videos. So it's really worth making sure you get this shape down. So that is our first shape. Not going further up. I naturally wanted to go all the way back up to the 5th string. So remember we're stopping on the 2nd string. Okay, the next shape, we're going to come up to the 7th fret. And this time we're going to do a minor arpeggio. So a couple of our notes are going to be a slightly different shape. So we're going to go 7, 5 instead of 6. So 7, 5, then 4, then back to 5. Now we're going to go down to 3. So we're stretching more than 1 finger per fret here. And then our little finger on 7. So we've got a big stretch from 3 to 7. Again, you can remove the 3, but when we're doing this fast, you're going to want to try and get that stretch. Back to 3, and then back to 5 on the 2nd string. So that 2nd arpeggio, our minor shape, is this. Again, that same shape could be moved up and down the neck to get different minor arpeggios. So, we're going to follow major, minor, minor, major, with our root notes being 5, 7, 9, and 10. That's the basic overview, so let's jump into the exercise. The tab will come up, you can pause it for a second before we kick in to run through it a few times without the metronome, but this one we are going to start with just quarter notes at a slower speed. The thing that's going to be the hardest in this exercise is once you've played the note on the 2nd string, you need to get that little finger ready on the root note on the 5th at the same speed as the other notes. So we've got this quick change. Notice how quick I had to get from that note to that note. So once you've got the shapes, the hardest thing is getting that little finger where it should be at the ideal speed. Okay, this is enough going over what these arpeggios are and the tabs and things. Let's just jump into this exercise now at 80 BPM. Let's go. So this should be fairly simple apart from those changes. Pause it if you need to, and let's go. 1, 2, 3, and... So this is the first half of the exercise. There is a second half in tomorrow's video where we'll follow all the way back up to the root note and it'll sound like it concludes it all and wraps it up. Anyway, let's keep going. So let's jump this up to 90 BPM now. We're going up in tens because we're back to quarter notes. On that first note, 1, 2, 3, and. Okay, up to 100 BPM. 1, 2, 3, and. Okay, let's jump it up another 10 BPM. 1, 2, 3, and. Okay, that's 110. Let's go to 120. 1, 2, 3, and. Okay, 130. Let's just keep running through these. 1, 2, 3, and. Okay, still going faster. 140 now. 1, 2, 3, and. Up to 150. 1, 2, 3, and. Okay, 160 BPM. Let's go. 1, 2. What am I doing? 1, 2, 3, and. Okay, I can't wait for this to get faster. 170. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and. $180 BPM. 1, 2, 3, and. $190 BPM. 1, 2, 3, and. $200 BPM. Or 201 BPM, why not? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and. Okay, so dropping it down to 8 notes, 90 BPM. Let's go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So the hardest bit is now getting to that first note in time. 100 BPM, 8 notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 10, eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Keep it going. 120 BPM. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, 130 BPM. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now we're getting some proper speed. 140 BPM. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Let's go to 150. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. .150 is a good speed. Let's try 160. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I actually managed to miss a couple of notes in there, but let's go to 170. Just missed the string with the plectrum. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, 170 is alright. Let's go up to 180. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Oh, I went to legato instead of pick. Let's try again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Cool. 190. I think I'm going to struggle here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I was going to struggle, but that was good. 200 BPM with eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I don't know if that was right. Let's try again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I think that was about right. Let's try 210 as an impossible final one. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I don't think I was anywhere near time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Let's try again! 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay. Okay, so when we are doing these arpeggios, they're a great thing to help us sweep pick. However, trying to stick to a metronome and get that with a stop on the second as a sweep is going to be very difficult. However, these are really good exercises to help you with those sweep picking sounds. Now, that wasn't the smoothest of sweep picks, but it's a really good place to start. It is quite hard to sweep pick in the frets this far down. Anyway, let me know in the comment section below what speeds that you managed to reach. Give us that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already for more daily videos. Remember, you can get your own clear tab books in the link below that you can fill all of these exercises in. It's $7.99 from Amazon, but there's over 180 pages in here of tab, chord graphs, scale diagrams, notes, and a blank contents page with page numbers to help you track and find your notes. So check those out in the links below, along with the Guitar Ninja Academy, Guitar Ninja merch, all of that madness. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in a new video tomorrow for the next half. Bye!